Now on Coast TV News.
Snow moves in. A look at Sussex County roads as winter weather blankets the coast. Driving dangers, crashes, and stuck cars, what first responders are handling tonight. And flu frenzy. A late season surge is sending cases soaring nationwide.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Here's a live look from our Coast TV weather Jeep. We've got what to expect if you absolutely have to get on the road tonight. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight with snow coverage. Our first alert weather Jeep making its way through Sussex County tonight, getting a first-hand look at the snow-covered roads. And we did show you what the roads looked like a bit earlier when there wasn't too much snow on the ground. That has since changed completely. And Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy joins us now from the weather Jeep. Brendan, it's not getting any better out there.
Christina, this is a lot different than what we saw earlier. If you take a look at the roads now, earlier you at least could see the road, you could see some pavement. Now it's all ice and snow covering those roads. We've seen one plow truck so far. Haven't seen too many cars, maybe one or two on the road with us, but it's mostly the big plow trucks making their way through Sussex County right now to, like I said, fix these roads because they're very, very slippery right now. When we spoke with people in Sussex County about what they're doing differently on a week like this with all the snow on the roads, we had some mixed opinions.
Pushing snow away as more and more falls down onto the coast. That's the scene on Delmarva Tuesday after lots of snowfall turned our streets and beaches white. Georgetown local John Chambers, however, says if it's anything like the last storm, he isn't too worried.
The roads were taken care of very quickly, and today and the last time it snowed, it was all good. It was all good. I mean, you got around. That's the main thing.
Even Steve Elser, who had to help a friend's car out of the snow, is having a good time.
It makes me happy that at least I could stop to help somebody that was in need in the middle of nowhere.
But Joe Johnson of Milton feels differently. He told Coast TV while DelDOT's efforts are strong, there are too many roads to keep track of.
I think Route 1 and all the main arteries have been very well taken care of, but a lot of little side roads and subdivisions and developments, I think they get a little neglected just because there are so many of them.
As you can see, the plow trucks are hard at work, and take a look at this right here. After they're done making their trip through the parking lot, the snow is following right behind them, and it's going to turn into this. It's light snow right now, but it's only going to get worse as the night goes on. Snow is expected to keep falling on the coast up until early Wednesday morning.
We spoke with DelDOT earlier today, and they said they're going to continue to brine those roads tonight and into the morning. And if you're going out on any of our Sussex County roads, make sure to just keep an extra eye out as these roads might be a little slippery. Live in Sussex County, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Okay, thank you for that, Brendan. And hey, if that wasn't enough to keep you from driving tonight, here are some photos from the Ellendale Fire Company responding to a crash in the area of Maple Branch Road and East Robbins Road this evening. There have been multiple reports of cars getting stuck in the snow already. You could see there on your screen just how difficult it is to see out of the windshield for first responders right now. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Lewis and bring in our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, for a check on the weather. Paul, what's going on out there?
The same thing we've been talking about all week long, and that visibility. Remember, still during our 6 o'clock newscast, we talked extensively about not only the roads getting bad, but also the fact that visibility is going to be very difficult. And that video and those pictures really tell the story, even more so than words could ever. Now, we are still seeing a picture of the snow that's falling throughout Lewis right now. We're getting a mix between sleet and snow at this present time, but we're expecting that to continue till about 3 o'clock. Then most of it should begin to subside. As far as the road conditions are concerned, listen, bottom line is this. Snow still heavy at times, between 1 to 2 inches per hour. Travel is still discouraged because of the slick roads and bridges. Now remember, it's changing over the water, but we're going to get a quick refreeze that's going to happen. So we'll have a fresh set of black ice to skid on if you're not careful. Or better yet, just stay home, right, Christina?
That's right, Paul. Thank you. And as this winter storm continues, Coast TV News has you covered on air, online, on our First Alert weather app, and on the radio. You can stay with us for the latest updates on this winter storm. We are your source for this winter event. And we did speak with a lot of people out in the community today about how they plan to deal with all this snow. Some people in Milton say they do a lot of preparations, not just for themselves, but for their animals when snow is headed our way.
During the snow, they usually just hunker down in their boxes that's full of straw and stuff, and they huddle together. And they usually just don't come out until the snow is cleared out or it's warm enough for them to come sit in the sun.
Now to Ocean City. People there putting up their windshield wipers, getting ready for the storm that started this afternoon around 2:30. Town officials in Ocean City asking everyone to just stay inside until the snow stops.
Make sure you're leaving a good distance between you, another vehicle, and especially plow vehicles if they're out and about working the road.
Looking more regionally now, in anticipation of the snow that started this afternoon, road crews out early in Dorchester County. Before the snow started to fall, local businesses were prepping the plows and salting the roads. They say they weren't expecting anything different this time around compared to last month's storm, but they were planning to pay more attention to the roads less traveled.
Because they're probably mostly concerned about the major highways, but a lot of people forget about is the back roads. They're the worst usually. We're going to stay around the clock more instead of just on a regular basis schedule.
And local road crews today said they'll be out all evening, all throughout the night, working to plow the roads and the local neighborhoods there in Dorchester County. Meanwhile, in Lewis, village volunteers are prepping for the storm. The nonprofit provides a number of services for older adults, and volunteers are looking at how to help people get back to their routine once the storm has cleared. Executive Director Anna Moshier says it was quite the busy day today.
Starting today, we're starting to look at our services that we have scheduled for tomorrow and rescheduling any of those that are not say medical appointments, for example, so they're not as urgent.
Now, the snow is not only having an impact here on Delmarva. President Trump's choice for Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, has picked up support from two key Republicans. However, the Senate's confirmation vote, which was supposed to take place today at 12:30 a.m., has been delayed due to the snowstorm bearing down on the nation's capital. Instead, the Senate will return tomorrow at 11 a.m. to vote on Gabbard's confirmation. To health news now, a second wave of flu infections is surging nationwide. And as NBC's Maggie Vespa reports, with this dangerous strain spreading so rapidly, especially among kids, doctor visits for the virus have hit a 15-year high.
This morning, a late-breaking wave of influenza is spiking coast to coast, with doctor visits for the flu nationwide hitting a 15-year high.
It seems like everybody has the flu. It's because they do.
ER doctors at Chicago's Cook County General say the combination of an unusually nasty flu strain and falling vaccination rates is driving the spread.
We've seen a lot of sick people in general compared to previous years. Seems like they're having more respiratory issues.
According to the CDC, at least 44 states and Washington, D.C. are reporting high or very high levels of influenza-like illnesses. In the Dallas metro area, positive flu tests jumped 30% in 1 week. The virus spreading easily in closed environments like offices and classrooms. Cases soaring among children.
When kids truly are sick, they just have that look in their eyes, and there's no arguing that.
In Nebraska, Sarah Christensen's 10-year-old daughter, Aubrey, came down with the virus.
And ended up taking into the pediatrician, and we did the slew of tests, and influenza B unfortunately came back positive.
The surge even leading to shortages at pharmacies.
We're having a hard time keeping in a lot of our over-the-counters. The flu numbers are so high that it's really hard to even keep the supply up for people who are being tested positive for it.
The CDC estimates there have been at least 24 million flu cases so far this year, with 310,000 hospitalizations and 13,000 deaths, including 57 children. Experts fear by the season's end, the overall death toll could hit 30,000. They say it's not too late to get a flu shot. They're effective within a week and crucial in protecting you and your loved ones.
Not only is it going to reduce your chance of getting sick, but if you do get sick, it's going to reduce the symptoms that you have and decrease the chance of you passing on to a loved one.
That was NBC's Maggie Vespa reporting. And we are just getting started this evening. Still a lot more to tell you about. Coming up, preparing for not the snow, but the Super Bowl victory parade in Philadelphia. But first, we're going to show you a snowblower hack, how one man clears his driveway without even leaving his car.
Winter storm warning is still in effect. This is the latest look at the radar. We're looking at widespread snow showers continuing to be problematic, but now it's changing over to rain in certain portions of our area. We'll talk more about this, and we have some snowfall totals for you that are going to be something interesting to take a look at. I'll say that.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton, trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. But it's not just about unbeatable prices. It's about superior service before, during, and after each sale too. Visit us today, and remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
When disaster strikes, Super Stew stands ready to restore your home and peace of mind. From fire, flood, or storm damage, Stewart Builders Group is your trusted local restoration expert. We'll handle the cleanup with veteran-owned J-Dog junk removal. Then Stewart Builders Group, your one-stop contractor here on the shore, will rebuild your home as good as new. For restoration, renovations, or home maintenance, trust the family-owned team that cares. J-Dog Junk Removal and Stewart Builders Group. Restoring homes, restoring hope. When disaster strikes, Super Stew can help you.
We are still under a winter storm warning. We have continued to track the snow throughout the evening, and I'm expecting it to oscillate between freezing rain, sleet, and snow for the next 2 to 3 hours. It's probably not cutting off until about 3 o'clock, even though the warning is in effect until 7 o'clock throughout most of our viewing area. This is a look at Cambridge right here, and they're at 32 degrees right now. This has been a steady onslaught of moderate to heavy downpours of snow activity, mixed in with a little bit of sleet here and there. But overall, we've been monitoring and updating you on our app and all that kind of stuff. And by the way, be sure you download our app, which is available for you, because we want to make sure that you have the information you need. And you'll need the app for tomorrow as well, because there's a second part to this thing that will kick in for Wednesday night. But let's talk about here and now. 34 degrees in Rehoboth, Indian River Inlet, as well as Bethany Beach. So temperatures hovering just above freezing. That's why we've been going back and forth between sleet and snow and a little bit of freezing rain occasionally. We are still under a winter storm warning for the entire peninsula before us, specifically here in Sussex, until 7 o'clock, until 10 o'clock for the folks in Ocean City, Willers, and towards Snow Hill. As you kind of zoom in a bit, you see that we see widespread snow shower activity that's continued to dance across the area throughout Highway 9, along Highway 1 from Dewey Beach, Bottom Hills to Ocean View, and this reaches all the way down towards Fenwick Island. Now, we've had some pockets of heavy showers that change over to rain, and so that's the green that you see easing its way up. That zero line is creeping itself ever so slowly towards the north and mixing in with the snow that we have. That's why I'm concerned about the refreezing of an underlayer of black ice that's going to likely happen between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning. So this is going to be basically just a general mess of moisture, so to speak, because this is going to intertwine with one another continuously throughout the rest of the night. Let's take a look at some of the snowfall totals. Over 7.5 inches of snow officially in Bethel, Seaford, 5.5, Long Neck, 5, at least over 5.5 in Georgetown. Now, some numbers have come in even more impressive, but I am actually leaning on really more the DOS, Department of Environmental Observation Sciences numbers. We had 6.3 inches recorded in Stockley, close to 6 inches in Fenwick Island, as well as in Ellendale and Harbison. And we also had numbers, we had 6.2 in Bridgeville, 5 inches in Blades, as well as Frankfort, 5.5 Delmar, Milton 5.1, Gumboro 5.4. And what are we expecting? Projection-wise, no more in Bethany Beach, but perhaps a half inch more in Long Neck. We may get almost 2 more inches in Milton. We're not done in Milton. Another location where we're talking about future snow, up to possibly 2 inches more in Ellendale. Same holds true for us, or at least 1.5 inches more in Georgetown. And finally, at least we're going to look at all of this, the snowfall expectational forecast for the rest of the night, going down to just 1/4 inch more in Selbyville for the most part, and that's it. That's because we have that surge of that warmer that's coming in out of the south that will change things. Now, for Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to look for 2 days of rain. Wednesday night going into Thursday in Chincoteague as well as Assateague. That's going to be the same pattern we expect in Ocean City as well as Fenwick Island. So we're not expecting more snow, but more rain. But the good news is this, you see those numbers, 43, 54? We're going to warm up, so we should get rid of most of the snow, at least efficiently, if nothing else. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Now, because we're expecting so much rain on Wednesday night, we're going to be under a yellow alert day for that. Today was a red alert day. Tomorrow's a yellow alert day. So we're going to get better, but we're not done quite yet.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Paul. And students across Delmarva got to leave school a little early today. On your screen now, some students leaving Lewis Elementary School. A lot more schools planning to close or have early dismissal tomorrow. So for all those closings or delays, make sure to visit our website and download our Coast TV app to stay up to date. Now here's a look at Route 26 near Ocean View from a DelDOT traffic camera. This was just a bit earlier, around 10:30 tonight. You can see the driving conditions there not looking so good. Only one car on the road. There are some tire tracks there on the street, but if you're planning to drive in that, you would definitely have to take it very slow, be very careful. All this brings us right to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what do you think is the best part of a snow day? Let's take a look at the results here. Still, most people saying scenic views. That has been a very popular answer today. We love the scenic views here on the coast. Also outdoor fun, making snowmen, snow angels, you know the deal. 37% saying staying indoors, just maybe watching a movie or something. That's also fun. But you can still vote. It's not too late. Still more snow day ahead tomorrow. So go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. Let us know what you think. One man in Wisconsin turned a tiresome winter chore into a fun engineering project, designing a unique solution that lets him tackle snow removal from his fingertips. Carrie Blodum has the story.
Minocqua resident Ryan Wonka built a remote-controlled snowblower. As his plowing rates increased, Ryan decided it was worth the investment to adapt a snowblower that would let him clear his driveway from the comfort of his warm car. It was the perfect chance to put his engineering skills to work and have fun while doing it.
I, started a design and I went from there. It obviously, as you'll see, took a couple iterations in order to get to what I wanted.
Ryan's background in engineering and RC car racing sparked the creative idea. He began experimenting by adapting radio-controlled motors to take over the manual functions of his snowblower. From moving it forward and steering to activating the auger and rotating the snow chute, Ryan turned a simple snowblower into a remote-controlled powerhouse.
Yeah, after I got it going, I sat in my car and I'm like, hey, this works. I just sit up at the end of the driveway, or I can sit in the garage or whatever and blow the driveway.
Every motor Ryan added is carefully enclosed in custom parts he designed and 3D printed himself. While he loves the thrill of remotely controlling his snowblower, it's the hands-on process of building and troubleshooting that drives him.
You know that there's that potential of it not working, and then you get to go back to the drawing board, and then when it does work, it's that much higher of a success.
And now that Ryan has his remote-controlled snowblower in action, he's already looking toward the next project, which would be a jet-powered surfboard for his kids. Coming up next tonight, big bid. Elon Musk offers $98 billion to buy ChatGPT's parent company, that after filing legal complaints against the company. And coming up, insurance payout, why some Blue Cross Blue Shield customers could be getting money back.
It's time, America. Time to break out the red, the white, and blue oval. The President's Day sales event is here with great offers on powerful, capable Ford SUVs and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. There's huge inventory and great selection at your local Ford dealer. Want more? How about this special offer? Get $4,500 cash back on Ford Escape or lease Escape for $289 a month for 36 months during the President's Day sales event.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FHFERP, we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFERP. FHFERP.com.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
Track the storm with CoastTV First Alert Weather. This is CoastTV News at 11.
Looks like some Blue Cross Blue Shield customers will soon see a payout from a class action lawsuit. The health insurance giant has agreed to pay $2.67 billion to those impacted when the company allegedly broke antitrust laws. Now, the lawsuit was filed more than a decade ago, back in 2013, and Blue Cross Blue Shield was accused of limiting market competition, which caused higher premiums and fewer options for policyholders. While the suit has been settled, Blue Cross Blue Shield has denied any wrongdoing. Elon Musk is leading a group of investors in an offer to buy ChatGPT's parent company. The high-stakes bid to buy OpenAI is for nearly $98 billion. The offer follows multiple legal complaints filed by Musk against the company and its CEO. Musk claims the artificial intelligence company is misrepresenting itself as a nonprofit while seeking to make a profit with its AI tools. If the buyout moves forward, it could give Musk majority control of the company. Following the news, OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman issued a response on X. He said, "No thank you, but we will buy Twitter for $9.74 billion if you want." And sticking with Elon Musk, the White House says as an unpaid special government employee, Elon Musk will not need to file a public report on his financial interests with the government. Instead, he plans to file a confidential one. While ethics guidelines do not require Musk to file a public disclosure, questions do remain about his many potential conflicts of interest. Musk's companies have billions of dollars in government contracts, and he's in the process of dismantling many parts of the federal government through the administration's DOGE initiative. According to the New York Times, under federal law, special government employees are not allowed to take actions that directly benefit them or their families without an ethics waiver. Coming up tonight in sports, a look ahead to the ESSEC playoffs in basketball, whether those end up being scheduled or not. And coming up, Super Bowl swag. Find out where the Chiefs gear is headed after the game and how it's making a difference for those in need.
Winter storm warning is still active for us at this time. We're seeing wave upon wave of snow continue to push throughout our region, all the way towards Ocean City, where it's changing over to rain. We'll update the latest on that warning coming up.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
It's the President's Sale at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2028, and an extra 15% off through President's Day Monday at Johnny Janosic Furniture and Mattresses.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton, trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. But it's not just about unbeatable prices. It's about superior service before, during, and after each sale too. Visit us today, and remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
Macular degeneration is the most common cause of vision loss over the age of 50. Think of your retina as a concrete driveway. As we age, our driveways can form cracks, and those cracks represent dry macular degeneration. When those cracks spread apart, that represents dead spots in our vision. And then, like weeds growing through the cracks, those blood vessels can leak fluid, causing further vision loss, and this is called wet macular degeneration. Luckily, there are injections that can kill those weeds and save our vision.
For more about Chesapeake Eye Center, click Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com. For over 30 years, Chesapeake Healthcare has been more than a healthcare provider. It's been a healthcare home for thousands of Lower Shore residents. They provide comprehensive care by taking the time to know you, coordinating with your other providers, and managing your records in one place. From medical and dental to behavioral healthcare needs, they've got you covered. Need help finding the right healthcare plan? Their certified application counselors are ready to help you. Chesapeake Healthcare, your healthcare home. Learn more at chesapeakehc.org.
Toyota has been manufacturing in America for over 50 years. Now with 10 manufacturing and assembly plants, pushing Toyota's investment in the U.S. to $48 billion. And relying on companies right here to supply $29 billion a year in parts, components, goods, and services. Which means over 100,000 good American jobs. So if buying American is important to you, see your Toyota dealer. Let's go places.
Don't miss the President's Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic. Experience the new luxury Johnny Janosic mattress collection by Kingstown. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Listen to this next story. It's almost an NFL top secret. The shirts and hats that we'll never see. Reporter Fernanda Silva tells us what happens to the gear that was supposed to celebrate a Super Bowl win.
The way they look.
We didn't get to see what was unboxed.
And where they go.
Unfortunately, it's embargoed.
It is hard to learn exactly the destination of the Victory Super Bowl Chiefs gear. Last year, we knew exactly where they were. This year, the story is a little bit different, but Good 360 says fans can rest assured the items will help a lot of people.
They engender the sense of gratitude and dignity in the recipients.
The nonprofit has partnered with the NFL for 11 years.
There is a lot of gear that was pre-printed for them should they have won. And that is the gear we're talking about that we are getting in the hands of those who need.
He says more than 50,000 items will be shipped. Items that, unlike these ones, were never displayed at Rally House. Ukraine, Mongolia, Georgia, these are just some of the countries that have received pre-printed gear before.
It's nice to know that they're going to a good place.
Colin Novick works for Rally House. He's a Chiefs fan, staying positive.
It's not waste. The garments go to a good use.
We're not going to have a negative carbon footprint that's associated with landfill. So it's going to someone who needs these goods.
And while we can't learn exactly where the items are heading, we hope not to learn that anytime soon.
Maybe this time next year we do an interview and I can tell you then.
Well, hopefully we won't do this interview next year.
Well, that's very true. Hopefully it's about the Chiefs, right?
In Kansas City, Fernanda Silva.
And there will be even more brotherly love than usual in Philadelphia this Valentine's Day, because that's when the city is throwing its Super Bowl parade and ceremony for the Philadelphia Eagles. Preparations are underway right now for the big celebration. The Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 on Sunday. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was named the game's most valuable player.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yesterday, Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore woke up for the first time as a Super Bowl champion. Tomorrow, he'll rise for the first time as a head coach. The 36-year-old has officially been announced as the next head man of the Saints. Moore engineered a Philly offense that put up 145 points in the playoffs, the most for any NFL team in a postseason run. The Birds are now on the lookout for their third offensive coordinator in 3 years. Moore replaced Brian Johnson, who was fired after the 2023 campaign. Tentatively for us tomorrow, we are scheduled to have ECAC semifinal action. Now, these games could be postponed until Thursday, but the matchups are still set. And in the girls' bracket, the Delmarva Christian Royals are once again the favorite. DC went 14-4 this season, and all 4 losses came out of conference. The Royals are slated to host the Gunston School tomorrow at 4 p.m. Delmarva Christian is also the frontrunner to capture the boys' title. The Royals won it 2 years ago over the Salisbury School and went a perfect 6-0 in conference play this season. Delmarva Christian plays Salisbury Christian in the semifinal at 5:30 p.m. Again, these are all tentative times. Stay updated on our Facebook page at Delmarva Sports for updates if these games are ultimately postponed. That is for sports. Have a good night, everybody.
And now here's another live look outside into Ocean City. After the break, we'll take one more look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams.
Coast TV weather can be heard on Coast Country.
This February, fall in love with safety and reliability because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
The real estate industry was broken, but changes here and the Parker Group is leading the charge.
We're proud to introduce our groundbreaking 3.5% listing fee. Sell with us and you could save thousands of dollars.
Our cutting-edge technology delivers significant savings that we pass on to you. Our world-class marketing and dedicated team provide the human touch and unparalleled expertise that you deserve.
As passionate advocates for a more transparent and equitable selling experience, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo.
Welcome to a new era of real estate with the Parker Group.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton, trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. But it's not just about unbeatable prices. It's about superior service before, during, and after each sale too. Visit us today, and remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
Get the Coast TV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Celebrating Black History Month on the coast, the Rehoboth Beach Black American Film Festival is back for its 5th year. Running February 21st through the 23rd at the Cinema Art Theater in Lewis, the festival will showcase award-winning films. Receptions are set to start at 6 p.m.
So in Ocean City, our dry tech camera, we're at 35 degrees. We've seen the snow subside a bit for us in Ocean City, replaced with cold rain that could possibly switch back before the night is done. We're looking widespread scattered showers. Now we see snow, heavy downpours now popping up directly over Georgetown right now. And so we're looking at possibly just a small area where we could see some blinding precipitation. And then we see the rain changing over towards Fenwick Island and Ocean Pines. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Charles Hintz of Millsboro. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. We update it for you. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstedt, Mendelis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Now, we are shaking off a red day today, but we will have a yellow alert day for Wednesday night going into Thursday morning because, believe it or not, Christina, we're going to watch out for about an inch, possibly even 2 inches of rain in some areas.
All right, thank you, Paul. And everyone, don't forget, Coast TV News is your source for this winter storm tonight. We have coverage on TV, on CoastTV.com, on our apps, and our radio stations. Thank you so much for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.